Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 946, I think, of eating a sheet of paper a day. Now, allow for the extremely professional and well-ironed machine of the paper promos to very slowly do its thing. There we go. Okay, destroy that. Fuck off. And now we go all the way over into Instagram, which of course takes 5 minutes every time. Thanks, Tim Apple, for designing your phones to work like shit. You have the most insane technology and access to every resource you could possibly ever want. That's what Apple has. And yet your phones still run like shit and break on purpose so that everybody can spend $3 million on a new phone every year. All right, everybody. And by everybody, I mean exactly one viewer, which is me, because I'm on here looking at my own chat, which really means 0 people. So, hello, everybody. Okay, I was wrong. We have, oh my god, a fan favorite. I can't believe it. Sean the Socks Banger, who, for some fucking reason, is number one fan and has the most XP on here. If this fucking guy can be number 1, then what even am I doing here, all right? So everybody else, you got to step it up because it's going to be embarrassing if this guy's number 1, which he is. Hey, Brian, my day's a 6.7 out of 10. You know, maybe those XPs are deserved because you are, in fact, giving me straight-up answers to my out of 10 questions. So maybe you're all right. I don't know. I still haven't made my mind up yet. You're a weird fella. But 6.7, holy shit, you and I are one and the same. This is incredible. Also, this bullshit's been the same color the whole time. Let's actually change this. Let's find a better color. Blue, maybe? Ooh, I like that a lot better. I don't even need to change the bottom color, all right? That gradient is good the way it is. Make that big. Big, loud, and proud, everybody. It's been a 6.7. Lots of stuff happened. This was a much busier day than yesterday, but I think that my sleep buffer from my insomnia-filled weekend, that buffer is officially over. I have experienced the delayed plight from it, and we are now good because I went through everything. Destruction of property. I didn't do it, but one of our campers did. Destruction of property, workplace conflicts, gossip, pessimism, absolute. I had nausea as well. Everything that should use up my stamina tank, and yet I'm still here, and I was much more awake than yesterday to do the stream. I wanted to formally apologize. Actually, shit, I gotta stay. Hold on, give me a second. I wanted to formally apologize to everybody here who was looking forward to the daily upload/stream. For the first time ever in recorded history, we have missed the paper eating series every single time. Now, I wanted to change the name of the series because I failed to deliver on my one-a-day promise. But fortunately, the wording is still accurate because we never said that the days had to be consecutive. So, you know, nice color, my guy. Oh, thank you. This is my work shirt, so what can I say? I gotta represent. But, yeah, we failed yesterday because, I mean, not much happened yesterday, but it was just, I don't know what it was. I was so, part of my French, but I was so pooped. And I still am kind of pooped. I made this intentionally the last thing I had to do today before I'm going to take a big, long, fat nap. But I feel a lot better napping after I, achieve everything I set out to do. And when I started this series, yes, I did obligate myself to make this one of my bucket list items. So if I don't do that, then, what the fuck am I doing? How is it closer and closer to 1,000? That's right. That is how it is. I am very excited. I'm very excited. People want to know what my plan is for day 1,000. And of course I have a plan. Of course I'm not bullshitting as I'm going along. And my plan is super cool and awesome. I will eat paper. That's basically my whole plan. Lemon Hammer Mill. That's a good idea for a plan. I'm going to search that up on Google Maps and see if we can go. Actually, why am I even... I can just go over here. There we go. Let's see. What is this thing called? Lemon? The Glass Worker, Trump Truth Social. Abdominal thrusts was for my CPR training. Grown-ups and Grown-ups 2. Finn Adventure Time Hair. Space Gift and Black Faces. That is... I feel like when it comes to search histories, you can't get much better than that. Sorry, I got distracted. Lemon Hammermill. Hammermill. There we go. Now, you tell me why you fucking put that in there. Oh, it's just a random combo of words, and it does not correlate to anything. I'm not... Yeah, this doesn't mean... Come on, man. This just sets us back when it comes to time. All right. Fuck it. All right, we got a nice, solid gang of participants here. We have Mr. Gecko. We have Ian with his enthralling explosion storyline. Yeah, how haven't you exploded yet? That's weird. And then we have Ian 30, the documentarian himself. Everybody, give it up. But also, just no pressure. Take your time, because last 6 weeks when I posted, if anybody's seen the story on Instagram where it appeared I was preemptively apologizing for a content drought. Oh, trust me, my friend, we are in it, because it's been quite a busy week. Again, I'm gonna rep my work shirt, okay? It's not an easy job. Imagine taking care of 16 Brians running around, projectile diarrhea shitting on the walls, flicking their boogers at everything. That's an exaggeration, but it is kind of like that. So just know that I am investing as much energy to give these campers the best summer possible, and less energy is saved for other things. So I feel guilty. I feel guilty because I've neglected you, but that's okay. Priorities ebb and flow, and just know I will always flow my priorities back on this channel. And when we hit day 1000, of which I totally have a plan for, we will... here's what I'm thinking, actually. Instead of just making a bunch of dumbass jokes about it, let's actually make a plan here, right? Ian, you talked about actually joining me in person for this final paper stream. I like that idea. Now, where is a very good question. Now, because we've been very inconsistent with the actual advancing of the series, number by number, day by day, I truly think there is no way to know what day of the week this will end on. I have no fucking clue. That's a huge uncertainty, and that will affect our planning. But if we can't help it, I do want to do the final stream, if it's on Wednesday at Balboa Park at Panama, possibly. Depends on how good the bandwidth is there, and I intend to make it a longer stream. It's going to be a very, 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 very busy stream. We will get a lot of talking and consolidating of roles and planning for what this channel is going to be after the stream is over, which, spoiler alert, I plan on having it be something big. Sean the Socksbanger, what do you do for work? I showed my shirt like 3 times. I work at Camp I Can, which is a camp for children with mental afflictions. And I'm here because, these are kids who, let's be real, could not have a good camp experience at any other camp. This is like the only camp they can really go to. And so we, of course, pick out very cool locations. We're going to Legoland next week, which I won't be able to go to because I have to do my training then, which is kind of stupid. But, it'll still be fun for them. And I think it is a very special camp. I don't want to sound like a charity worker, but we're giving experiences to people who can only really get experiences where they either get kicked out of camp, don't get along with people, or get scolded. What we try to excel at is the action of one-on-one coordinating with each other and the campers, giving them the best summer experience they possibly can have, and not as in a typical kid who was pretty much probability-wise guaranteed a good summer anyways. No. These are kids who will have trouble having a good time because they are different. And so that's what we hope to give. I sound like such a sellout right now, but I really do believe in the cause. So, this is not me sarcastically talking about like Palestine or something like that. I mean it. I mean it when I say these things. What's up, Mr. Gecko? The sky. That's good. Can we get the applause gif out for that one? There you go. I don't normally just whip that out for chats. I only whip it out for new viewers and people who are, returning after 3 years. But that's deserving of applause right there. That was a good one-liner. I wish I could pin that. I don't think I can. Yes, more viewers. Thank you. Thank you. You manifested it into existence. Sean the Socksbanger. All right. Hammermill is paper. Oh, I see. I could go over to a paper factory. If I can find... Actually, why am I even sitting here like a dumbass when I can just go on the internet and, Google it? Really? What do paper mills smell like?
They stink.
Wait, why? Because of the bleach?
I don't know, whatever chemical processes they use.
Well,
At least they used to.
even the worst of smells, even like, I don't know, a nest of skunks, I can only smell it maybe 2 or 3 neighborhoods away.
Sulfur, really.
A sulfur? You're telling me sulfur is used in paper making? What the hell have I been eating the last 6
It
years?
used to be.
We're talking about 1970s paper mills, dude. Did you used to live near a paper mill?
Yep, there was one in Bellows Falls when I lived near there.
Dang. Smell like shit consistently. That's bad.
It's horrible. I used to ride my bike past it. It smelled awful.
Okay, I am sorry. No, that, you see, that is why you cringe a little extra more than anybody else whenever you hear that your son's eating paper. You see, it's negative association.
From going where they actually made paper.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's like when you find out that hot dogs are actually like, pig feces turned into little sausage links.
they're not pig feces, they're pig anuses.
That's poop comes out of anuses though. It's the same thing.
Clean them off.
That's what they always say. Yeah, we clean the feces off. We have a napkin at home. It's a little dirty, but we use it to clean off the.
I mean, that's a meat. There are still meat packing plants in this country. You can go check that out.
I'm sure there are documentaries that expect. There was this terrible footage actually. I normally I'm not truthful when I say that like some footage is terrible, but like there was this ad from the 90s that and it was I don't know how they cannot have gotten this broadcast on television, but it was of like Thailand and a dog skinning factory, and literally, I mean, it was a video of a dog after being skinned, and they don't want the rest of the dog; they just want the skin. So I guess they leave the dogs for dead. But it was this like dog with no skin, and it was still alive, and it looked so miserable, and it was making noises, and yeah, it had no skin. You can imagine what that looked like, or maybe you can't, but I mean, I'd fucking be my guest and search the video up if you really want to see it.
Made that video.
Yeah, PETA. Yeah, they made that video, and I mean, like, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it's like, isn't old like when dogs die of old age, their fur is fine too. Like, just kill the dog first and then skin it. Like, I just don't understand why the dog has to still be alive. I mean, I feel like my position is like, it's not the fact that you're committing animal cruelty. It's cruelty when it's unethical, when you're maximizing pain, you know. It's like the same convo we had with, pro-life portrait. Like, just because the pain's invisible doesn't mean it's not there. So it's like, just being kind to animals doesn't mean, like, never touching an egg again. It's like you just, just ethically kill the animal, right? I think. I don't know. What that's a real take. Come on, that's not even a joke.
Yeah, no, that's true. Although traditionally, like a pig, if you didn't hang it up by its feet and then let it bleed out for a couple of hours,
You see, that's bad. That's like Jesus at the cross. They're like hanging it.
it would ruin the meat. You had to bleed out the pig.
So
That's
Bria,
why
I
they
think
call
the
it
dogs
screaming
would
like
go
a stuck
outside.
pig.
I think
Well,
the dogs-
it's an inevitability. Bacon tastes really good, so you got to kind of measure it out,
No, so the heart keeps beating and keeps,
So it
pumping out
has to
blood.
stay. Can you like put anesthetic or Novocaine or like
This
put
is
it in?
a primitive technology.
Make
right?
it co-
This
you-
is-
we gotta-
This is traditional.
Brian's part.
Put the pig in a coma. Its heart will still beat and it can bleed out while it's asleep.
Brian, I think
That's
the
the
dogs
way you
wanna-
do it when you don't have a lot of technology.
Brian, I think the dogs want to get out.
Oh, they do? Oh, should I open the door or something?
No, I'm
I mean-
gonna open up the door, but
Oh.
I'm saying I think. that-
Oh, I can walk them if you
Pig
want.
has a perfectly good pump system already to pump out the blood.
Next time you fry bacon, I will remember this. Maybe it's unavoidable, it's fine. Yeah, just don't focus on the pains, Let me catch up on chat. I'm sure you guys have had a thing or two to say about that. Yo, McBurgerness, did you find that alien yet? A storyline I don't know about. I never knew about this. What do you do for work? Oh, yeah, okay. If you don't mean asking me, or you don't mean me asking. Gotta switch the words around. But yes, I know what you mean. I did not know I was supposed to be looking. Me neither. I would love to be a part of Day 1000. Perfect. I'm glad I consulted you. I don't think he's found his alien yet. Yeah, me neither. I think if you don't know you're supposed to be searching for an alien, it's hard to, find one, and search for one. Also, even when you're trying to look for an alien, they've been known to be hard to find. And that would be pretty cool, very cool. I wish I had your job instead of working in the fields. Your job seems to be fun. What the fuck are you talking about? You're in jail, buddy. Don't think I don't remember that your continuing storyline. Just because I show contempt towards your epic tale you're weaving throughout these streams, even though I show contempt, does not mean I'll forget it. You should make everyone a moderator. That would be absolute fucking chaos. If I made Sean the Socksbanger a mod, he would delete the entire channel. That's what I'm saying. I may have been a space cowboy at the time, but those days are behind me. I've since retired from my spacefaring days. That's true. All he's doing is he's, frying, or no, he's operating it. Come on, Brian's mouth. He's operating an air fryer at a burger place, which is why he's called. You see, I stuttered and had to rewind just to make that really, really bad joke. Come on, we can do better than this. But yeah, he's retired. I'm playing along with this bit. He used to be a space cowboy. I knew him. We went to college together. Yada, yada, yada. Pin it, lol. Pin what? The thing I just read out? No. They for sure killed the dog first. Why would you keep it alive to make your job harder? Yeah, I mean, although my dad did make a good point. And if that is true for pigs alone, then I'm sure there's tons of other processes involving snuffing animals out that are reliant on their hearts still beating. But why can't the big distributions areas or whatever, the big people, the big head cheese heads in charge of taking care of business, at least employ some, comatose-inducing technology, right? That makes sense. I mean, it wouldn't make it 100% normal, but it would make it a little more ethical, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. Didn't PETA kidnap a dog and kill it for no reason? Okay, that did happen. That was a real storyline. Actually, hold on, let me see if I can... PETA controversy. Although I'll say this, if you look up the PETA Wikipedia page, the controversy section is probably longer than anything else they have. Let's see, oh yeah, right, the euthanasia shit. Here, if we go to web exploring mode. Okay, origin, blah, blah, blah. Holy shit. There's no fucking way. 2 young women from PETA, body painted to look like fox. There's no way. There's no way this is real. Do they not realize what they're contributing to? That's insanity. Okay, no, I don't need to see a bigger version of the picture. No, thank you. It's all ladies in bikinis. This is like half the people who are a member of PETA are just thirsty men who just want, I see what's happening here. You think you're so fucking slick. I got out, I forgot to tell you. You got out of jail just to work in a field? Think about jail, huh? Free lodging, free food, and no sunburn? Pfft, let me back in, please. Why would you switch jail time for more time working in a field? What, picking wheat out of a wheat field? Bunch of bullshit. Yeah, here we go. Oh my fucking God, it's so long. Holocaust on Your Plate campaign. In 2003, PETA composed the Holocaust. I love this the picture of this fucking guy. That's good. Oh, no, this is the guy who critiqued it. Sorry. But, 8 60-square-foot panels juxtaposing images of the Holocaust and concentration camp victims with scenes of factory farming. Come on, bro. Listen, if the Nazis turned the dead gassed Jew bodies into, food for their children, then maybe we could have a more equivalent conversation. But the Nazis were terrible. They were horrible people. There was no care for resources. They just wanted to exterminate a race of people, and it could be at least a smidgen more excusable if they, used the waste from the gas chambers for good. I don't know. They could have repurposed the meat to feed their cattle or something, and which is barbaric, but it's better than what they did. Don't just dispose of the bodies like that. You gotta waste not, want not. Whatever, man. Whatever. Terrible comparison. Like the Jews that murdered in concentration camps, animals are terrorized when they are housed in huge filthy warehouses and rounded. And dude, this was in 2003. There were a lot more Holocaust survivors alive back then. Just fucking imagine how they must have felt. The leather sofa and handbag are the moral equivalents of the lampshades made from the skins of people killed in the... Oh, so they did repurpose stuff. Well, that makes it okay, doesn't it? Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Interesting, there are 2 notable reported instances of lampshades made from human skin. Yeah, the Nazis were really just on a roll, weren't they? They really wanted to top themselves. I mean, their logo is literally a fucking skull. I mean, they knew they were evil. Our animal. Oh, we got to just go. It's still going on. Features new newspaper ads comparing wildly publicized murder cannibalization. Yeah, comparing cannibals to just eating meat, which is a very normal thing that like human beings do. They eat other species. That's why it's called the food chain. You know, child-targeted messaging. Your mommy kills animals. Your daddy kills animals. Jesus Christ. McCruelty campaign. These fucking names, man. PETA attempted to distribute unhappy meals. A parody of McDonald's. It's not a parody. It has to be for comedy, not for activism. You know, the intent of... why am I even getting analytical about this? This is an open and shut case. PETA's spoof of McDonald's chicken sandwich. An image of a knife-wielding Ronald McDonald along with pictures of birds that have been mutilated. Unhappy meal PETA. Hell yeah. Maximize that image, please. This is the smallest version, or this is the biggest version we're going to get. Okay. Yeah. I mean, one thing you can never call PETA is lazy. They're really trying very hard. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's, you know, when your only concern in life is animal rights, it seems like you morally set everything else aside. Because a lot of this stuff is pretty, like, listen, jokes are funny and all that. And obviously, if you genuinely believe this, but to me, it seems like they're pretending to have moral principles. They're posturing as, you know, the fuckers with moral high ground. But, I mean, when it comes to representation and what you're portraying, it's like... You know, the level of respect you're showing animals seems to not mirror the level of respect you're showing everybody else. So, you know. Oh, PETA. It's so funny that everybody on the internet, both left and right, seem to agree that PETA is a joke. PETA is like the Mormons of activism. Just no matter who you are, everyone's giving these guys the side eye. Are animals the... Of course, you got to do Holocaust victims and, of course, the blacks. Showed images of African-American lynching victims and slaves, etc., alongside chained elephants and slaughtered cows. Okay. While African-Americans have been systemically degraded by being compared with non-human beings, we are weak to think that angry responses of the pairing of man and monkey were unanticipated. Okay, yeah, that's a very it's a very backward sentence, but I get what he means. Was outraged. Yes, of course they were. God, autism campaign. Of course, they're just gonna hit every hot button topic. Let me just, before we get into this, let's just check. We have to look at all these. Let's just catch up on chat. I had gallstones, kidney stones at the same time. That does sound really bad. Although you're talking about being in jail and working in a field. Pff, what plight haven't you experienced, huh? What next? You got a hangnail? You know, it gets to the point where it's, you know, the man who cries oppression. I don't know if I trust it, but I'll believe you. I'll give you benefit of the doubt. That sounds terrible. Gallbladder surgery. Brian advocating for cannibalism. Of course. We taste awesome. I chew my nails and swallow them all the time. And by the way, you kind of remind me of a rapper named Tato. Hell yeah, PETA is just rage baiting. Yeah, let's just go back. Studies have shown a link between cow's milk and autism. Wow, this was in 2008 and 2014, so this is recent too. How old are the people working here? Like, listen, I love conspiracies, and of course, autism is a myth and it's totally not real. But, like, for PETA to, like, do this, this is so bizarre. Yeah, I guarantee you it's like one 80-year-old absolutely schizo-insane woman working at PETA. PETA also claimed milk was strongly linked to... Well, they claimed. Listen. They cited 2 scientific papers. Hey, they might have something. One from 2002 using very small samplings of children. Yes, that's the crucial mistake in science, when the sample size is so not representative. 30... Okay. And neither showed a correlation or cause a UTS. The classic, hey, it's a scientific paper. Don't read it, but trust me, bro, this proves our point. Newer studies from 2010 and 2014 came to the same conclusion. Despite having been corrected in 2014, Or the same conclusion of there is no correlation. Okay, I see. Despite having been corrected in 2014, PETA's executive vice president confirmed their position and additionally stated that dairy consumption contributes to asthma, chronic ear infection, constipation, iron deficiency, anemia, and of course cancer. Everything in life gives you cancer, all right? I love how, Wikipedia is trying to be nice and not name who this fucker is. Okay, come on. She had some work done. Very interesting. PETA Executive Vice President Tracy Ryman tackles your tough questions in tricky situations. I'm going to bet my left kidney none of these questions are actually tough. Yeah, these are bullshit questions made up by PETA themselves. You are so full of ass, my friend. I've been there. No, you haven't. You live in a mansion, my friend. I have some real tough questions for you. And all of them relate to this section in this Wikipedia article. KKK or AKC? PETA members dressed up in Ku Klux Klan robes and protested at the Westminster Kennel Club dog show? KKK and a dog show. All the best things. Combining, it's a crossover episode, everybody. Implying that the Klan... Yeah, well, dude, if you're PETA and you oppose the cause, why the fuck would you dress up as the KKK if you're saying that those who advocate for animal cruelty are the KKK? Know thy enemy. Don't dress up like them. Have the same goal of pure bloodlines. The American Kennel Club. What the fuck? Purebred pedigrees. Just to preserve the species of dog. I mean, I'm sure they're not fervently against interspecies dog breeding. They know that there's going to be that no matter what. It's just all about preservation. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to speak on behalf of a club I know nothing about, but KKK. Okay. I mean, hell yeah. Slay, PETA. Slay. PETA video game. KKK or AKC, spot the difference. Let's go on Steam and download the PETA video game, KKK or AKC. Holy shit. I like how they just put a picture of a dog in place of the KKK guy. PETA, you just keep topping yourself every year, dude. PETA, what? What? Or Brian, what? What do you mean? What did I say? Hey, listen, I am just reading this out neutrally. Criticism of Steve Irwin. Holy shit. He made a career out of antagonizing frightened wild animals. How is this an organization with multiple people? You'd think if there was a board of people, at least one of them would be like, yeah, this is stupid. I feel like PETA has to just be one crazy person keeping their identity secret and pretending to be an organization. Because this cannot be a coordinated effort. This is beyond retarded. Of course they did. They critiqued a Google Doodle for Steve Irwin. Like, I'm trying to find alternative points of view to, try and maybe be the devil's advocate here. But, like, literally, what else am I supposed to say? This is indefensible. Human barbecue stunt protest. Stripped down to a PETA Asia member. It's the Asians, always. Stripped down to her underwear, laid down on a grill to depict a human bar, calling Filipinos to abstain from eating meat year-round. That one's not that bad. PETA's German division called for a sex strike where women would refrain from sexual activities with men who ate meat. They're only having sex with the vegans. That is how you create a genetic recession. Yeah. Also called for men who ate meat to be banned from procreating. That would be an insane governmental act. That'd be one for the history books right there. When pressed on the ban, Laura Wayman Jones said that it was a conversation starter and not an actual request. Yeah, that's what they all say right when you read. You wake up from your coma. It's hangover time. You finished your big night of drinking, and then you look at what you made PETA do the night before. Meat consumption was a form of toxic masculinity. Of course. My mom regularly engages in toxic masculinity every steak night on Sunday. Of course. I mean, yeah, this is a great Wikipedia article. This is one for the books. I mean, people talk about Wikipedia being boring and it just being a compilation of facts. I mean, true as it may be, this is a legendary collection of facts here. Just look at the PETA Wikipedia article. You will find some crazy stories. I could make an entire book probably off of only the shit in here. You know, someone should make a book containing the best Wikipedia excerpts, containing the most thrilling stories, right? Everybody knows about Depths of Wikipedia on Instagram. I mean, shit, guys. Consult them. Depths of Wikipedia should make their own book. I'd buy it. I mean, I've openly bought books written about stupider stuff, so if Depths of Wikipedia truly wants to create a opportunity for monetizing, there it is. Oh. All right. The stream has died down, gentlemen. My PETA Wikipedia controversy spute that I just went on, it has run this stream into the ground when we are down to 2 viewers, Mr. Gecko and McBurgerness. Thank you for sticking around, gentlemen. The rest of them, they are probably undercover PETA members. Bunch of fucking chuds. So, this is the last piece. This has been a very productive stream. I am so glad I was able to compensate for my subpar performance yesterday, which was no performance. 80% of success is showing up, according to world-famous pedophile Woody Allen. So, thank you. Shout out to Woody Allen. And shout out to all of you, which I want to list off right now. Mr. Gecko, Mick Burgernish, Sean the Socksbanger, of course, Ian 30. That's it. I mean, a couple other introverts who decided to not show up in live chat. And I'm cool with all you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2,